Alright, comrades. It is Mikhail here. We're here once again back with more Unrealized realities here in Arknights. Alright, so I've eaten. I'm ready to complete the event now, and alright, let me see what these thingies float. Oh, okay. Okay. Continuously inflicts. Oh, you don't like. Oh, you can silence them. Shit. No. Chill. I mean, hold on. Long. I mean, I would exchange Dorothy's uses here because all the enemies are air. So I'm gonna switch her out with Hulhyak instead. As much as I love Dorothy in every single way possible, I need silence. Oh my god, I haven't freed her fucking. Okay. That's what the fuck? Well, okay. I'm building her. A Nasti say is free right now, so I can't really. What the hell? Okay, all right. I didn't know that. Anyway, let's go. Let's continue. Let's complete this. I got something to do later. Platform 3 secondary patrol complete. Target pod in position. No suspicious individuals detected. There's no one else left on this little platform but us. What's the sitch on your end? The 4 pods engines have undergone breakpoint testing, and the park's about to enter the internet's net range. Remember the official line to the public: the gathering is only temporary, and they can all return to their respective exhibit areas once the broadcast intro segment is done. Understood. Sure, once gone on your end, the 2-man stressed we had to make sure all the park's personnel are safely evacuated before we send the operation signal. The main vault was sealed off an hour ago. The supposed platform's emergency jump pads are all shut. The cable car's routes were all diverted to only going in one direction last night, so no one's been able to get in. Better play it safe. Boatway station to back up. That right research assistant is blocking the access hub with a group of testers, and it's hard to get around them. Go back them up. It's crucial we timed this right. Every preparatory, I think that's how you say that, step has to be complete before the broadcast begins. What was that? Look over there. A soda bottle cap. Probably rolled off the table from the floating pod shaking. It's probably nothing. Let's go. Phew, Mr. Aspen. What on earth is your system with that balloon? The couch is small enough without you hanging on to that. I almost got squished flat. I'm sorry, Miss Bond, but I begged you to take me here just for this balloon. You have no idea how much effort it took slipping right out from under their noses and then getting you here. I'm really sorry about that. Could you hand me the toolbox from the closet? The evacuation announcement came so suddenly. I don't have the time to make sure the floating pods would be alright during the stream. You want the Lucky Sister Beast on display at the expo that badly? You know, a public hearing, signing a temp contract with a tour guide with multiple charges under her belt, and helping her escape park security just so you can have her bring you back to the sealed off levitation layer. You guys, all nuts for this guy. Damn. I'm drowning in debt there. The only way to clear it is to have the Lucky Sister Beast at the show and draw in investors. Yeah, this guy will answer every future seeker and all that jazz. Planet Paradise's slogan is plastered all over the place, trash can lids in the slums included. You, that's blind faith. I'm not good to give up now after coming this far. Phew, nothing wrong with the components. It'll last till the show ends. Let's go. Why is the door locked? Wait, did you hear that? Oh, I did. Don't tell me something's really up with my product. No, I don't mean the exhibit from under our feet. Oh no. Oh, hell no. That's fucking terrifying. Good, why is the line moving? Drag this out any longer, the broadcast is gonna start. Calm down, mainland. The guys are on their way to handle it. They got someone surrounded. Sounds like a Rhine lab researcher, judging by the uniform. Let me through. The tree's hard drive and motherboard haven't been removed yet. Don't push your luck. Along the Rhine tree at the expo has been our biggest concession to Rhine lab. And we've even been so generous as to let you cover the data for future research. Future research? What more do you want? I just need 5 minutes of promise. I won't pull any tricks either. Has the ATA or science consultant issued a report on the tree? It's completely harmless. No, all levitation layer personnel are to return to the ground to ensure the exhibits are finalized. Only return after the opening speech. Besides, the uplink cable cars aren't operating now, so there's no way you can reach the Rhine tree. It's the highest point in the park. I didn't realize how much effort Director Lunar Ray put into this experiment until I saw the source core code. And now I remember how she never abandoned her dreams for this guy. Even if it only saves a little backtracking time later, I want to help her somehow. You have to let me through. Mr. Jagger, one more move and we'll have to resort to more special methods. Wait, the tree looks strange. You used the same excuse 10 minutes ago. No, it really looks weird. Look for yourself. The expo is about to open with the Colombian sun shining brightly. The crowd follow Sky's finger and spots a dazzling tree. The branches wrapped in special material should have been completely still, like tiny insects wrapped in resin. However, right here and now under the sunlight, the broken branches seem to glow green. Hey yo! Organic materials don't photosynthesize. The fire camp states clearly it's common for exhibits to transform in high altitude environments. Rhine stuff doesn't do that. And it doesn't give you an excuse to go back up there. Going up there won't solve the problem. I have no idea what exactly is going on. But I know who does. He just left that easily. He wants to find Nasti. Levitation layer. 11 main platforms and 20 support platforms has been inspected. Jammers and backup detonators have been installed in 9 small levitation pods, which will crash one by one when activated. Personnel evacuation is complete. Scouts have done multiple calculations of the fallout curve based on current wind direction and force, and have been confirmed falling debris will not reach the square serving as the evacuation port. Whoa, look at this dude. All areas progressing well. Gustav sends word from the Cloud Restaurant's cockpit that Propeller Paradise will be within DC Intercity Net range in 5 minutes. Your orders, sir? Anyone seen those 2 newbies from Bravo? The ones responsible for that Banshee? Positioning show they're still on the platform 3. That's not in the plan's operation range. Should we send someone to check it out? Seems like their mission's been taken over. Platform 3 is far from the detonation target, so don't worry about that. I'll handle it later. All teams, sync chronos. Phase 2 begins now. What are you doing, Tin Man? I thought you were one of the good guys. Bro? Hello? The jail cell window crops the sky into a tiny square. The ordinary yet mysterious tree centerpieces of Nasti's research and the Rhine Lab's core project is now hidden from her view by a strangely close figure and floating balloons. In a few minutes, the expo broadcast will begin without Nasti's involvement. Her bone pen and mechanical devices were seized earlier, so all she needs to do now is to play the role of a helpless sinner. If Milseys were here, she'd probably summon 8 water clones to scold her for being silly, but Nasti does not regret her decision, though there's one woman on her mind. Væla leaving the Combatus had always left her uneasy, if the chance came. Who's that? Director Lunaway, you have to follow me to the tree platform. You're supposed to be keeping the device data and call code safe. What are you doing here? But the tree is growing now. Growing? That's impossible. So that's not supposed to happen. If it affects the levitation module, it'll definitely be dangerous to anyone on the ground. The levitation module runs independently with a backup power supply that can last for 5 days, but the abnormality you mentioned, the only way to find out why it's happening is to go inside the tree. Come with me, Director. The security cams have been rigged with a delayed feed that should buy us at least 20 minutes, and I'm not sure why, but the cell's smart locks are unlocked, so now that's because the chief executive of Paradise opened them for you. Oh. Oh, that's how he looks now. Okay, that's the operator. Gordon? Yeah, holy shit. What an outfit. What's other than your DIY high-altitude face shield, modified propellers, and a second-hand insulated spacesuit? Did you loot them from the park's scrap and recycle plant? You distorted testimony at the hearings is still up on the park's bulletin board, but now you're helping us escape? Don't tell me you've had a sudden attack of conscience. Nasti, I got your bone pen and devices here. Sorry about the hearing. I'd rather stand in the defendant's dock with you than recite that prepared speech. After all, the confiscated devices were my goods anyway, so I'll take the blame for that. Who are you and what have you done with Gordon Tannen? Nice. Because she got her bone pen back. Nice. What happened? My dear citizens of DC and those watching this live broadcast, it is my honor to introduce Propeller Paradise, an experimental park that is sure to leave its mark on Colombian history. We don't have much time. Nasti, you've done deals with Gustav. I'm sure you won't doubt the intel I'm about to hand over. Your old boss is planning something with Maylander, correct? You're even sharper than I thought. Seeing the park's chief executive here when he's supposed to be making a speech in half an hour is proof enough. Friends, look out your windows, up at the sky. No amount of marketing bluster can compare to what you'll see with your own eyes, where the future among the clouds is waiting for you. They want to can the expo with an accident that'll kill the future of Propeller Paradise. They have no idea exactly what their plan is. If Maylander's involved, they'll move fast. What was that? God, am I seeing things? Something falling from the levitation layer? Is that the lucky Sister Beast's floating pod? No, there's more free fall. Is this part of the opening ceremony? They didn't mention this in the script. If they really come crashing down. Wait, the pod stopped falling? As if something's gripping them firmly. Huh? What was that? Oh! Oh! It seems the tech companies have prepared a surprise that even got me. If your witness prepared Paradise's breakthrough in the field of levitation, with no need for papers or data. This is only just the beginning. No way, there's no emergency stop module. Even in ongoing projects that could have done that. Sky, your field measurements are more precise. Where were the falling pods supposed to land? From visual estimates, they would have probably crashed into platform 2, blocking the connecting lower layer tunnel. That's the only path we can take to the tree. Gordon, I accept your apology, but I have no time for your plans. That miracle was no stroke of luck. Might have something to do with you and your invention. Is that a threat? Just my intuitive judgment on all rule breaking. I don't need your help with Gustav, but I do need a bargaining chip to make sure Propeller Paradise stays afloat when everything's done and dusted. So my tree. Letting you handle something only you know how to handle is part of my plan. Got it, Rhinestaff will cooperate with you. However, whatever it is you're planning to do, go to the tree at the first sign of danger and I'll come get you. Dude, Nasty's so badass. Let's go. Everything ready, 5-4? Preparations complete. Let's go, I have an opening speech to make. Oh, nice opening. Nice opening. That was cool. Tarmac. Okay. Second last stage. Here we go. Wait. Nope. Nope. Shit. Fuck. Damn it.
私の夢の中で目覚める。
時間をかけるつもりはない。
この程度で止まると思うな。
Alright.
私が行こう。
Don't need you.
Look at this spectacular sight. Alas, it is now a battlefield.
Now I have 3 clones over here. So good, bro. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
嘲笑は恋に抱いてなる。わかった。
Oh.
命令を。お前の攻撃は想定の通りだ。
Oh, I need her in the middle, bro. Okay, whatever.
アーツユニットチャージ中。何？過去には戻れない。
Nani?
そこに答えはない。
Got my 2 casters here.
羽が濡れるのは嫌いだって言ったわよね。
No, you motherfucker, dude. You fucker. I hate when they just fly past everything.
即時撤退以外に選択の余地はない。
Bull motherfucking shit, bro. Start that again. I can't believe I haven't fully upgraded Hohyak's first skill. What the hell?
単独行動させてくれない？
So weird, bro. So
こ
weird.
の水滴はどこに落ちるのかしら。
奴らが災いを生み出し、戦争を引き起こした元凶なのか。
Yeah, this might be better.
Many intellectuals must join.
約束の中にかがる。
時間をかけるつもりはない。
Alright, alright, alright. We're doing fine. We're doing fine now. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, let's get our boy.
嘲笑は恋に抱いてなる。
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Alright, now we need heals, so let's go grab Joyce. Yep.
ターゲットロックオン。
Dude, if I can, yeah, I'm putting effort up here.
わかった。動き回るな。そうすればお互い手間が省けるだろう。
何？夢の中
Yeah,
で
yeah,
目覚める。
yeah, yeah.
大地をたぎれ。
I hope this fucking works.
てか、痛えのか？
Oh my god! Yes! Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Haven't used Hohyak yet.
尻尾にホコリがつくのは嫌って言わなかったかしら。
Okay, I think we're doing good now.
へえ、サプライズね。
Yeah.
もっと声を上げろ。
Damn. Yo!
何？夢の中で目覚める。
Whoopty.
もっと声を上げろ。
Oh, okay. So, yeah, see you later, idiot.
無駄だ。
そこに並びやがれ。
顧問の逃げられると思う？
Boom. Oh shit.
プロセスへこのように君が足を休める場所はない。
Bro. There you go. Yeah, enjoy that, idiot. Damn. Yeah. Logos helped me so hard. What's going on? The jammer and our backup detonators aren't working. Transmitted signals show the devices are all activated, but the 9 target pod's core engines have stopped. Somehow they receive signals all messed up. Even pods without transmitters attached are sending signals. Get a team to investigate this. Have them remove all traces of our work from earlier and retrieve the transmitters. Captain, that's equivalent to currently operation a failure. You forget how we do things at Mainlander? If reality happens to significantly deviate from our plan, cease all action immediately. We're not some Rankwood espionage flick heroes trying to be tough. Seems like someone is biased against blockbuster hits. We don't get reshoots. It's not as if we have no other choice. Don't send anyone to the pods. It's probably the Banshee's incantation that's keeping those toys from falling straight down. But Nasti should be in jail right now, right? She's not the Banshee I'm referring to. The incantation has fundamentally changed how the levitation layer facilities are connected. The malfunctioning receivers prove this. What? Is Væla doing this? I thought she was on death's bed right now. What the hell? You're telling me that Banshee's incantation is able to connect to the levitation layer's power supply structure, send signals and synchronize commands? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Nasti designed the entire park's conduit and systems herself, after all. She didn't become one of Lab's 10 solely on her engineering talent. Though if you utilize the upper level's power grid and detonate just one engine, that will cause the entire layer to fall. The entire layer? So you mean? The park will connect with DC in 25 minutes. We'll have to present the reverse fireworks display to Propeller Paradise. Change your plans. Those on the upper layer mobilize personnel and connect the support platform surrounding the levitation layer to the common power grid. Those on the lower layer calculate the crash zone and prepare for evacuation measures at any moment. I'll let Gustav know of this and have the admin staff coordinate with us to delay the opening speech. Also, send a group to the jail to confirm Nasti's position and deploy at least 3 elite squads to the elevator square and any ascendable reroutes. It's only a matter of time before she returns to the levitation layer. Are you not going to join? Oh, I have to go supervise an agent of mine. Mainlander has quite the troublesome evaluation systems after all. I'll join the rest of you once I'm done. Alright teams, move out. Damn. So now it's Mainlander that are the evil guys. What the hell? Now Gordon is on our side. Giant broadcast screen hangs in a cloud restaurant, incessantly switching between gaudy company logos and the newest levitation devices, while Oakley's agitated voice boomed from the speakers. The lower left of the screen is a real-time feed from the control room. A small red dot representing Propeller Paradise's flashes, heading from Max DC. 2 cameras stand on a cloud-like carpet, pointing at a lone chair, like a defendant's stock awaiting Gordon Tennant's attendance. You're late. Why did you come dressed like that? There's no time to prepare a new outfit. We only have 20 minutes until your speech. The tie on my ATAO uniform was too tight. I remember 6 years ago, back when you just got that set of clothes after your promotion to a full-time role. I personally adjusted it for you. So giddy from joy you were. You told me I had a lot to learn to be worthy of that uniform. And then I stayed in the same entry-level role for the next 6 years. No newbie's first skill is writing self-reflection letters. It's not that I've never regretted helping you into that uniform. But what about now? This outfit? The blame for causing the accident? Who put them on me? Oh, so you figured it out? You seized 2 crates of my goods the night I was exposed. I thought you were helping me dispose of them, but I found out they ended up in the hands of you and Mainlander. I bet this apology speech wasn't written that night either, was it, sir? Go on. Importing Originium devices into Colombia clearly violates ATO regulations. If security is compromised, I'll be the sin eater for the whole park. So you still think this is a personal grudge? Am I wrong? I've always been a slum boy to you, a bad little rule breaker. As I climbed through the ranks on my own effort, you only came to hate me more. Your own effort? Do you honestly think a useless bum with disciplinary records and hundreds of self-reflection letters on file could manage could manage a transfer to a highly coveted levitation experimental park on his own? What? You disappoint me honestly. Even now you still only have a superficial understanding of our current situation. Your talent, investments, achievements, and results from the very moment you stepped onto Propeller Paradise were all gifts from me to you. Golden Tenant, have you ever wondered how you managed to procure foreign or genuine products so easily? You knew about my dealings from the start. Even your stock lists were meticulously picked by my hand. The Trident Arts units from Lefandia's secret equipment used by the Gassaz Watcher for military training. The power shields used by Kashmirian campaign knights were disassembled into the 3 parts, and you put them into the exhibitions of 3 different companies. And the Originium engines and art cores used sourced from the foreign military equipment if the park blows up because of them. You aren't the brightest bulb on the chandelier, but you have a good eye. Propeller Paradise is indeed a giant testing ground, but it's not testing those toys in the sky. Give it about 10 more minutes and the sky fuel you help ignite will burn into a Colombian flame of fury for foreign spies. The countless exhibits in the sky with their core technologies inside them, they are military reserves for countering our foreign foes. Naturally, Propeller Paradise will become a base for arms testing. Military? I thought you would consider ATO's interests at least. We will always be of one mind when we stand for Colombia. What matters is our country, man. So this apology speech is your stepping stone to a new role. I might even be able to pull some strings and get you a new role at the Department of Defense. Why all the honesty? Not worry, I'll sabotage the speech. The fact that you've shown up here with the speech in hand means you've already made the wise choice. To be honest, I wasn't sure you would make a qualified piece on the board. But now, that little monster beside you has answered that question for me. Same as the rich love their cigars and watches, simply enjoying the sense of superiority with their little hobbies. 5-4 isn't a toy made to cater to sky fever. Sure, but you're no longer the reckless young man only concerned with invention and modification. ATAO sanded down your edges, educated you in the ways of the land, made you think to operate within the rules you set yourself. It made you like me. Go, get your little monster ready too. Let's have it join your public apology. It's a fitting symbol of what Propeller Paradise represents. Gimmicky, kitschy, useless, an absolute waste. Altitude readings are stable and the pods show no sign of falling any further while the engines aren't making any strange sounds. We should be safe now, right? 50 meters, lucky sister beast pod fell 50 meters. What's that, Aspen? 6 months ago I was at the crowded registration center going through the paperwork. I was first in line and chose the most conspicuous levitation pod for my lucky sister beast. The closer you are to the star pod, the more luck you get. That's what everyone in the park thinks, even if your pod is only a few inches higher than your neighbors. I lined up overnight just to get a closer spot to the sky. I hired over 100 testers to secure an exhibition spot and got small contraband just to keep my lucky sister beast running. Miss Bond, I can tell you're no fan of the competition, but this is the basic law of Propeller Paradise. I'm sure you've seen it yourself on your tours. I get a list of companies and corporate data updated daily, and there are people who just complain about their terrible lives only to head right back to their misery. You only got here a month ago. To you, this is a place that you just happen to visit. To us, it's our only path to a future, and only a few will survive. Maybe you think I'm just a desperate sick man talking out of his ass. Yeah, I do, yeah. You're correct. Finally, we can agree on something. But when the levitation platforms rise alongside the thousands of pods, we just feel the excitement coursing through our veins for no reason, don't we? I poured everything I had into the lucky sister beast, and that's why I have to win this gamble. I knew it, even though the incantation can link multiple platforms and pods through the power lines, its range is limited when calculated outward from the tree. But Ryan, send a signal to Sky's team. Tell them that we found the pattern of the power connections. But Ryan. Ugh. Shit, it's this guy. The scientific mind truly is brilliant, don't you agree? Thanks for helping us locate our missing objective. Former engineering experts to stop their research. Censoring on the platform beneath my feet. Have the personnel stations at the perimeter immediately cut off backup power and attempt to connect the supply lines through alternate methods. Also, it is highly probable that Rhine Labbers have discovered our plan. 2 researchers were found on platform 4 but have been dealt with. All patrol, speed up. Report anyone you see ASAP. Your colleagues in the broadcasting studio will buy us time by switching the camera feeds. Act fast. Those agents are effing persistent. Can those Mainlanders guys fly or something? How are they everywhere? Good thing we lured them away and there's no one here. No! 5 testers and 2 Rhine Labbers found on support platform 17. They have all been dealt with and will be sent to detention on the lower level 5 minutes from now. The operation is going smoothly. They elect the numbers and are scattered like headless houseflies. Well, everyone excels in their own fields and they lack communication equipment or anyone to direct them. What about Nasti? She escaped from the lower level cells 10 minutes ago, but no contact has been noted between her and any of her staff. She knows the box structure. We are at a disadvantage with such a tight time window. But hide and seek is not a single player game. We'll continue our patrols. A smattering of testers and researchers will not significantly affect our operation. Stay wary and report back promptly. Wasn't there one more person here just now? Phew, he didn't notice me. Thanks for pulling me back, Mr. Jagger. You're welcome, you good? Truth be told, seeing the others knocked down so easily still has my knees feeling a little like spaghetti. Can you run? I can. Let's split up here then. No time to slow down. Oh, he saved one. Okay, nice. I'm here, sir. Let me have a smoke first, Mary. You could look at those screens while I'm at it. Mercia fixes her gaze at the dozen or so monitors on the wall and sees the high-altitude elevator. The floating platforms, the roadway station, almost every inch of Propeller Paradise is displayed on the screens. The bright and bizarre structures in the sky seems to pop out from the screens. A strange sight in the dark room, as if Mercia was attending a postmodern art exhibition instead. This place. What of it? Nothing, I just did think Propeller Paradise would have such a sealed off space. Reminds you of our interrogation room? So, may I know why you're looking for me? Look at the upper right monitor. You heard the explosion earlier, didn't you? The nearly 10 floating pods connected to that Rhine Lab tree should have been smoking heaps of scrap metal in the waste by now. Mary, I'm sure you know what sort of force keeps them in the air still. An incantation that kept this secret from you, sir. Our colleagues at the Emergency Management Council have only just captured the dangerous criminals responsible for the explosion, and now they have to clean up the mess caused by their own people's negligence. You've seen it, the Banshee's incantation has changed the way our levitation layer connects to the other platforms and pods. Any other incidents happen and it'll affect more than just 9 pods. The situation is dire. Sir, I shouldn't be speaking to you like this as a secretary or a Mainlander agent, but I understand my colleagues and I know how the council works. Just now I was looking at the surveillance footage and they were busy munching on cotton candy. Inefficient methods of deception like that should be forbidden on such serious occasions. I completed my mission on Propeller Paradise, both monitoring Mr. Tannen and the many tech companies and exposing their secrets, but now I see these missions were never to ensure the expo ran smoothly. Be it a secret from the start, the explosion just now or the so-called other incident you mentioned, they've been part of your plan, yes? Aha, you're keen, you pass. So what exactly? Let's sit down before we continue. Oh! Sit down, sit down. Come on, you're free, some else would be good. Oh! Is this a mail and a trial for a trader or? Oh, yo. Okay, that's alright. That's sick. Well, have I finally found the time to handle Junior's troublesome evaluation process? Don't worry, I'm just an old father who wishes to impart some wisdom to the younger generation. I'm curious what that wisdom is. Oh, Mary, I'm sure you will hate this rotten nonsense. 1 year ago, Rhinelab submitted a proposal to DC, a project developing tech from Galleria Stellaria and Congressman Street was aspired to expand the project for the whole country. His secretary burned the midnight oil to prepare a slideshow showcasing what the congressman saw in his dreams after having seen the sky over Tri Mountains being torn apart. Foundation stones built on the clouds. What the hell? Rain or shine, it'll all be under our feet. Tour groups leaving for the starport one by one, as the twin moons are covered by Colombian flags. And so on and so on. Congress voted. How did that turn out? 273 to 65. More than 80% voted yeah. Ha! And the government is eager to water and fertilize these fantasies. I'm sure you know better than I do just how many companies and testers were scrambling to get into propeller paradise at any cost after that, Mary. Too many to count. Nearly half the companies in Colombia have added a sky-related department, and even air fryer manufacturers have been trying to add clouds to applicable product lines. Tin Man, don't forget about the stocks. There are over 200 subcategories of sky-related concept stocks, with the longest registered validity period extended 300 years into the future. Damn, that's a lot. 3 fucking centuries, damn. Companies willingly apply for loans with interest rates several times higher than the prevailing market rate just to secure a spot on Propeller Paradise. I remember looking through Gordon's case files and coming across a certain Aspen who bought contraband goods from him just to clear inspections. Now it wasn't because he didn't know the law, it was because he was divorced, had sold his family assets, and was burdened with hopeless mountain of debt. The so-called Lucky Sister Beast is a high-stakes gamble that will decide the rest of his life. What a shame. A shame? He used to run a grocery store in a town by the shipping routes near DC, and even now there might be some pioneers out there still using the tools he peddled. But here he is with this invention, that floating revolving bar where the people turn but not the beer. What else can you even do with that other than invite your foes for a drink? Simply put, what he's done is akin to a student frantically writing compliments in the margins, hoping the teacher would give him a perfect score. Take the future as a real test. Who's going to be the examiner? You? Me? The generals at the DOD? Or maybe Congress? Maybe it'll be Casimir's, who just equipped all their campaign knights with power armor. What? Or Lefania with their recent edition of Basic Architects course to all school curricula. Power armor? What the fuck? That's fucking cool. I mean, obviously, the first thing I think about when I see power armor is thinking of Fallout. So, yeah, I like that. Or perhaps Ursus with his growing army, their mighty force that's left their minds empty. Could it be Aegir currently shelling the Iberian coast with artillery along with the sea monsters? Among those parties of fear is the sea monsters who are the most likely to visit a floating revolving bar. So you mean to say that the Colombians' fanaticism for the sky is completely meaningless? Compared to what's happening everywhere else right now, I'm afraid so. Yep, I agree. If we're talking about topics we should discuss instead of fucking touching the sky, beating the fucking Seaborn would be a good move first, I think. Yeah. Instead of everyone becoming a hive mind of sea creatures. Yeah. Killing the Seaborn would be a good first priority. Yep. Yep. I agree with him there. Colombia has always been driven by fanaticism. I'm sure you're crystal clear on this, given your background, Monsieur. Without a fanatical drive for freedom, we wouldn't have had our frontier rebels 80 plus years ago, and we Colombians would still be living under the Victorian seals. Without our lust for wealth, our mass pioneer movement would not have happened, and nearly half of Colombian land today would remain an intraversable wilderness, even for the strongest spurting beasts. But this time, it's just a waste. Do you think Propeller Paradise should take the blame? Why would I? It has already accomplished its mission perfectly. Well, it's one step away. It stirred up the Colombian seal more effectively than I could have ever hoped to. Now it just needs to redirect it. Through its ruin? Through it being destroyed. By who? Who else in this park could... Wait, Mr. Tennant's goods smuggled from all across Terra? Casimir, Stefania, Sargon, and even Castel. They'll become weapons planted by foreign spies deliberately intended to ruin Colombia's display of achievements and destroy people's fantasies of taking to the skies. 80 plus years later, the Colombians' rage will be ignited once more. Casimirians might not want to see their tax money turn into knight armor, while Lefanian children might just run away from boring basic arts tactics classes. For Colombians, we have our fervor. As we move to the future, we move forward together, tens of millions strong. As long as we can redirect the seal into a proper path. Okay, so this is basically the CIA planting spies in other countries and, you know, fucking up governments and all that shit. Alright, so Mainlander is basically the CIA. Got it. Alright. Oh boy. Alright. Collegate our wills and seize the truth of everything. So I remember you telling me your story. I thought you always hated war. It's been tens of thousands of years. The number of lost souls in my hand is no less than the casualties of a military campaign. Tens of thousands of years? How old is this guy? The reason I didn't burn in Castel's furnace then is that I hate meaningless sacrifices. Okay, so yeah, he is a sarcasm in a metal body. What the f... So he's been in that fucking thing for 10,000 years? Is that what I'm hearing? But this time, an arms race might just be the beginning. You and I know it won't end there. Just like how the Great Expansion didn't end with the discovery of some ore. So the sacrifices Colombia needs for this competition won't be enough with just this park, correct? I told you before, right? This is a whole bunch of rotten nonsense. The Mainlander Foundation didn't have to explain all this to you, my dear agent. But one day will come when you have to accept the truth, even if you don't agree with it. Don't forget your family name, Mercia. You are Celine. That was her name, yeah. What the fuck, dude? Okay. I mean, maybe he's not 10,000 years, but he's definitely old as fuck. This is... The elevators connecting the park's upper and lower levels have been sealed off, and the only walkway station leading to the tree is also out of service. Nasti has exhausted herself just by getting here. Floating posts by her side are filled with cracks, black smoke billowing from within. A sign their core energy modules have been destroyed and they should have all crashed to the ground. But the posts stubbornly remain amongst the clouds, piercing together a precarious path, as if an invisible pair of hands are holding them up. Where is Væla, bro? Nasti? Update on yours, I'll go get her. Oh shit. Dude, are you really going to fight a fucking banshee, bro? You're fucking dead. You're dead. The agent rushes towards her, but just as he takes a step forward, the brakes on his feet shift. Yeah. Yep, you fucked, bro. See you later, bitch. Target site location, flying donut station. The Christian backup. We tried to intercept her, but something's up here. See you later, bitch. Yup. Disorder? Nasti recalls the river at the mouth of the Cambalis of the Banshees. Still and calm, where even a child could safely row a boat on their own. However, unassisted intruders find the dense forest and both sides constantly shifting positions like a mobile labyrinth, with the distant riverbanks always hidden beyond the thick mist. After a momentary silence, Nasti steps out of the pod and into the empty sky. Brick and stone immediately form a floor beneath her. Let's fucking go, dude! Banshee arts are so cool. Disorder. A path held together by an incantation. Whereas banshees often isolate themselves from outsiders or decorate their own courtyards with this method. She also used the same tactic to momentarily stall Zarya back in Ringlamp. Yeah, I mean, but it's Zarya, so that wouldn't work too long. Oh my god, yeah. This is the path specifically paved just for her. Oh shit, look at that! To her surprise, the whole area centered on the tree has been reconstructed by the incantation, but she fails to find the caster within the tree's core among its roots. Only the roots of the tree are breathing, just as always. Please verify your credentials. Nasti Lunar, Director of Engineering, Rhinelab. Nasti dashes toward the roots. She must confirm if any abnormal changes have happened while she was away. This is what is left of the vivarium, and the secret Rhinelab has been protecting at all costs. No matter how the unrest in the park ends, it is only the bargaining chip in Nasti's. It is the only bargaining chip in Nasti's hand. She touches the roots, allowing data to flow into her fingertips and gather in the branches around her waist. Mrs. always teased Nasti about being a human computer, and she always took it as praise. Let's go! Let's go! In the current situation where biotechnology has fused with Banshee witchcraft, her body is perhaps the best data cable to use. The branches begin to vibrate quickly, a sign of the device overclocking. Almost simultaneously, Nasti feels some sort of temperature shift. Not the chill of condensation, not the heat of the electricity pot. Potty heat? No, don't tell me she's here. Don't tell me she's here. Okay. She experiences a strange feeling out of nowhere. Here and now, she is no longer director of Rhinelab's engineering section, checking if a device is still operating normally, but a Banshee touching another of her kind. Just like so many years ago, when that woman held her own hand and taught her how to blow a leaf whistle. Nasti abruptly looks up. Bro. Oh, fuck. That's what? Fucking excuse me. The fucking music. Okay. What did she do? Nasti, my child. You're back. Fucking what the fuck? No. Okay. Thank goodness I don't have to wait. No. We're getting into this. Fuck that. Nope. Let's finish this fucking event, bro. Is she the boss? Who the fuck is the boss here then? Shut up, idiot. Give me my... There we go. What the... What? What? What in the... What? Excuse me? I am insanely confused. Report. All pods on the levitation layer are now connected to the detonation in the web. We have people on the lower levels evacuating people from the square. People are very passionate about the exhibition. Things will take some time, but it will not delay our plans. We will detonate the levitation layer as soon as Propeller Paradise docks with the district. Any movement from Rhine? We've taken 23 into custody. A dozen are still at large on the platforms. We have control over 8 observation points. Those people are going in and out of the exhibition area and the roadway stations. No special equipment other than standard maintenance gear. They're just playing hide and seek. No plan B. Keep an eye on them. They don't know the details of Mainlander's plan, nor do they have any means of communication. Any last gasp effort is doomed to fail. Understood. The outline of Max DC, the most vibrant nomadic city in Colombia, is already visible from the roadway station's waiting area. The agents did not have a chance to enjoy the view of Paradise until now. With an excellent visibility, all the elaborate facilities of the levitation layer are brimming with vitality. Parts float in mid-air like aquatic creatures. Floating botanical units line up orderly between all platforms, forming a power grid that supports the entire layer. Wait, where did you say Ryan's people were? Exhibition area and roadway stations? Where exactly? Show me. Looking at their movements, there's no way they can reach the platform where that tree is or other company spots. Could it be they're not trying to take back their turf at all? But Ryan's people, the testers, and the company reps, they all seem to be flying around blindly in the dark. What's the point of it all? The agent cast a casual glance at the nearest planting unit. The unremarkable Ryan creation stands quietly. He suddenly realizes that the warning lights on their edges are easily visible even during the day, and they've been blinking regularly for quite a while now. Spotters report that all Ryan people have disappeared from sight. No, they didn't disappear. They're going in the same direction. There's a pattern to their movement. Everybody listen up. Destroy all the planting units you see along the way. They're not decorations. Ryan is using them to communicate. Cut off the exhibition area from all roadway stations and find every one of those people playing hide and seek. Find out where they're heading. What on terror are they thinking? You've been looking outside the window for a while. You said you must win your gamble and you have a reason? Yes. I'm in the middle of a gamble too. I have a rough idea what's going on in Propeller Paradise, given the look on your face and the free fall that we just experienced. You wouldn't run this kind of risk with me for no reason, but there's nothing I can offer you now except... You want the lucky sister beast? You could say that. Oh, the contraband that Gordon Tennant sold you. Excuse me, what? Come into the broadcast room to bother me when you should be preparing your own speech? You sure have a thick hide, Mr. Tennant. I would have died a long time ago if all my enemies refused to work with me ever again. Work with you? I'm afraid I can't. Midlander has a laundry list of violations that I committed during my career. I don't want to spend the rest of my days giving prison tours. Neither are you looking for a peaceful life. Besides, my proposal has something to do with Midlander. There's no better vantage point than here on Propeller Paradise. Oakley's too excited to notice, but I doubt you wouldn't miss what's going on. Well, if I gotta say it, the broadcast screens on the levitation layer are switching too quickly. They say it's because they're doing testing, which I'm not convinced about. There are a dozen testers on the square whom I don't recognize. They don't look like they're taking a stroll. They look like they're patrolling. Like they know that danger is impending. Are you trying to trick me into another plot? There's a plot afoot on Paradise, alright. That's a fact. It's also a fact that I want Augusta to make a mockery of this place in front of all of Colombia. You have 10 seconds, yes or no? What are the chances of success? 10%. Doesn't sound like a gamble you take. I don't have a choice with that old fox sitting across the table holding all the cards. A plan almost certain to fail. Interesting. Tell me about it. I need you to convince as many people as possible to return to the levitation layer and retrieve the Originium equipment and arts units on this list. Oh, contraband that you sold? They have far more potential than just sitting around under the spotlight. You want to escape and take all of Propeller Paradise with me. Oh shit, okay. Gustav and Mainlander never intended to allow the exhibition to go ahead. The opening ceremony was just a smokescreen. The levitation layer will fall a second time soon, but miracles don't happen a second time. Lucky Sister Beast can't afford to start over. Neither can most startups on Propeller Paradise. Escape and take all of Propeller Paradise. It's the only way to save both Propeller Paradise and the people on the low level. Propeller Paradise has been traveling on the barren lands for 7 days. Fuel is short and the plate is operating in safe mode. The basic propulsion module is not enough to change its direction. But the arch units that the Lucky Sister Beast got was just a transformation stabilizer. It can't supply enough energy to turn a plate. Correct. But it wasn't the only item that tenants smuggled. You mean get all the contraband devices and build a makeshift propulsion module to make the plate deviate from its course? Not deviate. Make an about face. What? About face? Have you any idea what you're saying? Is the direction of the borders. True, the procedures for cross-border travel is a little complicated. It would be treason. No, I can't go to jail. People need to see Lucky Sister Beast on the broadcast. My wife in Norfolk needs to see it. You left her, you fucking idiot! In the interest of full disclosure, I must inform you that people won't see Lucky Sister Beast on the broadcast, whether we succeed or fail. No. I'm sorry, but I'm taking the unit whether you want to give it up voluntarily or not. We don't have time. What's the point? We can't even leave the pod. Someone has unlocked it remotely. What? You see the floating botanical units outside the window? Feed flashes is a distress call. Current message is cycled after 5 continuous seconds of being lit. Right now, 3, 4, 5, 7 flashes. Looks like the other units on the list have been retrieved. Everyone is rendezvousing on platform 7. Wait. Light went out. What does that mean? It means Mailander knows what's up. We're in danger. Mr. Aspen, you can either come with me on your own feet or you can go to sleep right here, right now. People like us never get to choose, do we? Fuck this idiot. Just go, dude. Sit down. Gustav looks at the Sabra who has butted heads with him for 7 years and now sits stiffly on a chair like a potato wrapped in foil. He knows young officers well. They are angry, flamboyant, unhappy about everything, and frustrated about being restricted by rules. In the end, however, they all sit in the same chair that rectifies their young spine and become a proper member of the upper stratum of Colombian society, as Gordon Tennant will. Once Mailander's plan succeeds, the broadcast room will switch over to cloud. Don't screw up. Put your usual attitude away. Sound sincere, devastated. It's the propeller paradise you built. It won't be hard to stir the appropriate emotions. Tomorrow, that sorry face of yours is going to be on the front page of every Colombian newspaper. Look the part, won't you? And stop staring at your little freak. I know. You don't want to be Propeller Paradise's city eater, sharing the same spotlight as Nasti. But your little hodgepodge trinket isn't going to save you. So I'm sitting in Gordon Tennant's defendant's seat. Yes. I can follow you to the DOD once I apologize according to the script. Do as you're told and you'll rise quickly through the ranks. Yeah, guess what? I don't give a shit. What was that? I don't like this seat. It makes my scales itch. Nice. Broadcast countdown. Cloud restaurant standby. Broadcast now. Impossible. No movement on the levitation layer. Did Mailander screw up? Who's operating the broadcast? 3, 2, 1. Do it, 5-4. Yes, sir. What? Bonk. Nice. Yes, dude. Nice. Ugh. Oh, shit. Get beaten up, bro. It's broadcast cost to the Cloud District. Space Fin 054 leaps at an unprepared Gustav, pitting him to the ground. The screen in the restaurant lights up and Gustav sees his own face, writhing in pain and shock. He knows that this face is being displayed on every screen in Propeller Paradise. His contingency plans flash before his eyes, but Mailander's plan is in his final phase, leaving little room for distractions. His communicator lies in pieces on the ground, destroyed by Space Fin 054. Gordon straightens his neck and wrist, crosses the defendant's seat with his foot, and easily lies down on the sofa next to it. Oh, that felt good. By the way, tomorrow, that sorry face of yours is going to be on the front page of every Colombian newspaper. Look the part, won't you? Let's go, Frank. His own words back at him. Let's go, dude. Okay, Gordon is cool. Gordon is cool. Alright. The fucking fish. That's so good. Come on now. Are we gonna get the full picture here? Come on, give me Gordon. Come on, dude. Yeah. He does look like Codsworth. Holy shit. There we go. Nice. Yeah, this should be a pretty good last thumbnail here. Hell yeah, hell yeah. This, oh yeah, this is some good shit. All right. What you didn't expect to be mobilized by a little hobby made to fuel sky fever? You're the elder statesman of ATAO, planning a new chapter at the Department of Defense. You made the rules of Colombia when you were young, and you continue to serve your country even after your retirement. Woohoo! First rate, ain't you? Maybe you've gone into thinking that your enemies will always use the rules to fight back in smart and clever ways. Did you forget that Gordon is a bandit who never gives a shit about the rules? A piece of trash obsessed with his toys? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You don't even recognize 5-4, even though I didn't change his voice, Marshal. Hello, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Arts Units and Originium at your service. To check the progress of an application, press 1. To repeat a safety risk, press 2. To be connected to an operator, press 0. An ATAO answering machine. I said Spacefin 045 wasn't a rich man cigar, and I won't be smug just because it obeys the rules I set down. 7 years ago, I sat on a tiny chair that made my ass hurt, writing my first self-reflection letter late in the night, wondering if I should quit. Answering machine 054 started giving off an unusual noise, and I racked my brains trying to figure out the problem. I started studying every arch unit or Originium device that passed through my hands just to give 5-4 the ability to operate, communicate, and think on its own. I think hundreds of self-reflection letters I wrote were the symbol of my submission. But 5-4 is the real culmination of my 7 years at ATAO. You're full of crap. You didn't learn the tricks of bureaucracy for your little invention. You think I've never seen your negotiation of threaten? Arrogant, vain, ambitious. I know them when I see it. I can hear shadows of my own speeches even now as you're talking to me. I never thought I was perfect. Maybe I will never be able to get rid of the bad habits that I learned from you. They disgust me, but there were mistakes. My only mistake was to define my transactions as smuggling. I shouldn't allow myself to accept the rules that have taken form, rules that don't make sense. Foolish boy, you don't understand what's at stake. Listen, old slug. I don't care what high and mighty reasons you have. Paradise isn't supposed to be a breeding ground of war. Sure, kinetic engines and high-powered arch units could become powerful weapons, but what they're supporting now is the dream of life in the sky. Until Paradise stocks with the district, I'm its chief executive, the man who built this little piece of heaven that still has a semblance of freedom. I will decide whether it should be destroyed or whether it should escape. Nice. Nice. Gordon is a Giga Chat. I didn't like him much at first, but yeah. Hell yeah. He a Giga Chat. Take his passcode 5-4. Yes, sir. It's no use. The central control console is locked. You can't stop the plate from docking with the district, even if you have my passcode. Who said anything about stopping? What? I said escape. Not only did the former head of ATO not disable his passcode when he retired, he used the security access it granted to disable the urban identification code system on the Colombian border. Cool, isn't it? You're going to commit treason for this stupid pointless children's playground? Huh, you were right. You didn't learn a single thing from me. Let me remind you that Propeller Paradise is running out of fuel. You can't operate the plate's steering system and you don't have enough energy. Even when you're pinned to the ground by the robot I built, you somehow managed to forget that I've always been an inventor. I hope they deliver the goods on time. Platform 7 Paradise Experimental Park. Nice. The sound of rotary motors have never been so clear. The skies are clear, overly pristine, self-cleaning artificial clouds combined with natural clouds to form a wondrous scene. But the people on the platforms are oblivious to it. Some 50 Propeller Paradise guards and mainlander agents block off every passage and cable connections, forming an impregnable cordon line with their bodies and weapons. Beneath their feet, the classical black and white tiles form a chessboard, two sides separated by a 10-meter long open air passage. The eyes of the agents are fixed on the support platform on the other side of the passage. The right staff and testers who have at one point disappeared from sight now assemble there. Platform 7, the analysis was correct. This is where the hide and seek converges. Our people are ready, but there are more of them than expected. It took out our guys in the broadcast room. The intel was not accurate. We're putting everyone we have. Strength in numbers alone isn't enough. Be on your guard. You have an advantage when it comes to the new weapons and lay of the land. Paradise is about to dock with DC. Do not let anyone pass. Use force if necessary. I'll take responsibility. Yes, sir. 6 elite squads. We have numbers, but the guys on the other side are. How to tell people to keep going when they're exhausted. Get the word out that to the others, Jelena. Anyone who's too tired to move, give someone else their components, pick up any hover unit, and stay behind to guard the support platform. You're betting on them being wary about unknown new products? I hope it works. You made it. Are you sure you want to go this way when it's like this? Yes, this is the only way to Cloud. Take my parachute, things might get dangerous. What about you? Me? Frank gazes at the mainlander blockade with interest, as though she is going to be an old rival. The camera drones left platform 7 half an hour ago. No, nothing that is about to happen here will be seen in the broadcast room. Everyone knows that conflict is inevitable. Neither side wants to delay. The eyes are fixed on each other. Everyone is waiting for a sign. Macho is waiting for my signal. Cool. Oh! Hey! Okay, dude. She looks like Lido here. Damn. Okay, I might have to pull her now. That's fucking bad. Suddenly, a yellow and black warning flag is raised. A young feline woman leaps out from a cloud loudspeaker in hand. The first day I stuck onto Propeller Paradise, a kind guy told me that no one in this place can be stopped, even if the sky is no longer off limits. From the exhibits to the underground lab, I memorized every strange and curious invention, the complex ideas behind them, and hundreds of thousands of words of descriptions. I could tell you who made the flying toaster above our heads, its model, and the generation. I could go on and on about how wonderful they are, but to be completely honest, I find the levitating plates less interesting than the sunset of a bleached wasteland. Then I remember what my father used to say to me: a story is always more interesting than an explanation. I've had many frustrating experiences in the years that I worked as an independent guide. There's nothing wrong with seeking truth, but many people subconsciously disparage exaggeration, inspiration, and dreams yet to come true. I swore I would never again label things that I've never seen for myself as impossible and laugh at my own family with my neighbors, as I did a few years ago. It was not until the day my father died that I truly understood what he said. If Propeller Paradise needed a guide, I would rather tell the people of Colombia about the people I met here, about their stories. Rice Bush. A coupler from Bunker Hill, whose dream was to leave a footprint on each of the twin moons so that everyone who looked up at it with a telescope would see his shop's logo on the shoe prints. There's no bigger billboard than the sky after all. Owen Fredericks. I'm here. How is the owner who wants to put his own screw on the second wing lab and earn a spot for his family when space colonization becomes reality? It never hurts to be prepared for the future. Aspen. I'll tell it myself. Aspen, grocer from Northville. After being tricked into taking out exploitative loans, I divorced my wife and left home so the creditors wouldn't go after my family. My wife and I came up with the name Lucky Sister Beast together. We haven't spoken to each other in 2 years. She was worried sick when I left. I promised that the name Lucky Sister Beast would be on TV so that she'd know I'm safe. Now I know that the exhibition was one big fat lie, but I want to at least see this red balloon with a Lucky Sister Beast logo on it, even if all the pods crash. Aspen, and all of you, the things we want, whether they're based on reality or just a pipe dream, whether they're the result of blind conformity or superstition, they're much more important than Melander and Gustav think they are. Run, jump, fly! We'll overcome everything that tries to block our path and change us without ever trying to understand us. We're the ones who will decipher Paradise's path. Nice. Nice. Fern dashes forward like a foul beast, loudly blasting her signal, and the rest of the pack follows behind, charging at the mainlander blockade. Exhibits fly over the heads of the pushing and squeezing crowd, carrying all kinds of contraband towards the sky. Absurd and flying free. Oh. I want to see the boss, bro. And what happened to Nasti and Væla? Phew, finally out of the woods. Good work, guys. We just have to hang in there a little longer. 34 contraband core components, all intact. Looks like the landing module works quite well. My work is almost done. All that's left is to deliver this to Gordon. I hope all is well on his side. Next. Put it down. Turn around. You're Gustav Science Consultant. What are you doing here? Oh, it's the horse guy. Oh, so he's the boss? He has to be, right? Outside the window, the pinnacle of DC government office and the Colombian flag are already visible. Gordon's eyes are fixed on the bottom left of the broadcast as the red dot on the map gets closer and closer to the district plate. According to the plan, the devices on the list should have been delivered to Cloud more than 10 minutes ago. He forces himself to not look at the door. Gustav is bound to notice any signs of anxiety. The plan isn't going the way you expected, is it? You're calmer than I expected. Being willing to take risks is not a bad thing, but you are not good enough at accessing risk. You didn't have time to prepare a plan B for your reckless plan A. All of you will pay a heavy price if it fails. And what's your plan B? It's all good and well to rediscover your confidence, but never forget who you're competing with. I told you that getting carried away will cause you to overlook fatal flaws. What do you mean? You're late. I was delayed. You're a science consultant. More than just a science consultant, I need insurance for my plan. The tall, dark Quaranta walks towards Gordon. The box holding 34 Originium devices, safely contained by protective material, seems almost weightless in his hands. He lifts his arm and hands the box over to Gordon. What you wanted. Thanks. What are you doing? I learned a lot from you. Of course I knew what your trump card was. Available to provoke competition as scientific consultants with both brains and brawn, and fair and partial outsider to give legitimacy and adhering to the hearing and plan. Too bad you picked the wrong guy. Dude, Gordon is a fucking beast though. What the fuck? He even saw through Gustav's plan B. What the hell? Okay, so the scary Quaranta guy is on our side. Alright. So, wait, who's the boss then? If it's not him, wait. What? Oh, okay. I thought we were done. I want to see who the boss is. God damn it, man. Grabber foam made from the tentacles of fossilized seaborn. Decorative or specifically functional. Oh, it's for... I see automatic tuning with the seaborn sound-producing structures. The grooves on the edge indicate that the designer even tested whether seaborn adjust their structure based on the music. An interesting idea. What does this golden skeletal hand come from? The one on the wall is from Zar. It forms a pair with the heavily corroded one on the shelf, doesn't it? The construction of the joints and the level of wear and tear indicates that it originated from the western deserts of Sargon. Holy shit, this dude is smart! And this wound dagger is a familiar They were supposed to be a pair. I got it from a Sami snow priest who said a pair of lovers put a curse on it with their blood. It's driven by witchcraft and cuts through iron like butter. I know, the other one was once impaled in my heart. What? This dude. What? How are we speaking to each other if your heart got impaled, bro? Excuse me? It no longer cuts through iron like butter, but it's still good enough to carve a walking stick. Mr. Consultant, I apologize for any offense I might have caused, and I understand your desire for recompense. But I don't have time. I brought you here for a serious purpose. If we take off part of the structure of the gramophone and combine it with the sensor module on the metal skeletal hand, we might create a new type of voice-guided navigation model. That witchcraft-driven blade can serve as a low-loss needle. And here, this high-powered Artemian internal combustion engine, legal only in Wimbledon, can provide 30 times the power of standard Colombian equipment. If only we can find a Victorian transformation stabilizer which is no longer in production and a locus of sorcery that was once seen on Colombian barrenlands. We'd almost have all the parts necessary to put together the initial core assembly of a nomadic place's mobility layer. Huh? You know what I'm planning to do? Trying to modify an entire plate's power source with a single device is extremely risky, but not impossible. You're not one of Gustav's guys. Who are you? You're the one who said you don't have time. The real question is, what do you need me to do? Gordon glares at the Kuranta standing at the center of the collection room. The Kuranta recognized all of Gordon's collections, saw through all of Gordon's thoughts, and nonchalantly revealed a glimpse into his own past, as though he has pursued death across the land. To Gordon, the Kuranta seems to stroll through the halls of his thoughts, like a king that knows nothing and everything. Dude, this guy's fucking creepy. What the hell? Oh, nah, I don't like that. That's so creepy. Once again, the spikes on the starboard tail rise up on their ends, swaying conspicuously. This time it is not because he is on guard, but because of the excitement of victory being in sight. As the stability of the power unit, it will last no more than 3 days, or 1 day and a half if fuel is insufficient. Good enough. You don't actually plan on driving it out of Colombia. You don't think I would shit on everyone's future for a grudge? That's what you want people to think, to allow you to protect as many people as possible. Is that so? Treason is a serious crime. You should look up my file. I've got enough charges against me as it is. Come, help me take these stuff to the control room. The wings of a foul beast, the horn of a burdened beast, the teeth of a mangled beast, the hide of a sand beast, and the blood of a beck beast. What would happen if you took something from 34 creatures and put it all together? Sharp, weird, chaotic, dangerous, malicious. Those are the thoughts that flash through Gordon's mind as he gazes upon the power unit he just created. But he's also filled with excitement that threatens to drive him mad. The plate's original power system has been turned off. The device is now connected. You may now decide the course of Predator Paradise. I swore an oath when I got my transfer notice. I would be the one who lights everything, who lights the fire of everything new on Propeller Paradise. I would do everything I can to make even the stupidest idea come true. No one would ever feel the pain I felt at ATAO to be forced to admit their own uselessness in rules set by others. Now I'm still the one who lights the fire, except I'm doing it to the engine of Propeller Paradise and let it run into the empty wilderness. Gordon grabs the fierce-looking lever of the power unit and takes a deep breath. Say goodbye to Max DC Propeller Paradise. Stage? No? Oh my god, this video is going to be so long. Tin Man. That Fern is leading a group on platform 4. I see it through the monitors. Looks like Tanning got one up on Gustav the Clown. Hearing from the guys monitoring the Rhine tree, Nasti has broke through the blockade. Our guys are trying to follow her, but they are being blocked by something that feels like sarcastic witchcraft. Væla. Send the team over and get the situation under control. I'll deal with the matters on Rhine side. Looks like we're going to meet an old friend, Larry, Curly, and Mo. A mad banshee on the brink of death might be a bit of a headache to deal with. As for you, Mary, you can choose to stay here or help our colleagues outside. What is he gonna do? You should stay a little longer. Hey, you free. Jimmy hears no answer from his revenant friends. Oh! Curly is lively, waving a stick and dancing an impromptu tap dance. Big Larry lies on top of Mercia's head with tears in his eyes, recalling memories of who knows what. As for lmao, he is shouting and yelling, and Tin Man can hear. He seems to think he is back in Castile, taking out a revolver and emptying it into the Elder Revenant, trying to stuff him into the furnace. My legs are numb and I'm a little dizzy. Perhaps you've been lax about your exoskeleton maintenance. This brain isn't supposed to rust. Your arts have improved considerably, huh? You managed to drag these three into the whirlpool of memory, even though old Curly has confiscated the projector. Or was it dumb luck? Did all the memories of their overly long lives make it easier for you to manipulate? It will take a long time to play through the movies of your lives, even at 320x speed. Holy shit. Not to mention all the moments that need to be paused and replayed. I apologize. You understand that the effectiveness against me is limited. Yes, I'm sure you'll break free of the shackles quite soon. I've read the Huhiak reports. She could not fully incapacitate you, even after lopping your head off. Oh, she knows. That's fucking funny. Yeah, because he's a soul inside the body, so, well, yeah, losing his head is not gonna do much. Therefore, all I can do is stall for as much time as possible and delay your intervention. You're an outstanding agent, Mary. You've always been doing an admirable job, helping people forget what they should, be it through arts or other means. But this is the wrong time and you've chosen the wrong target. You told me not to forget my family name. I've never forgotten. Any Celine who grew up in that old house will never forget. The orphanage of Maryland or Celine. Predecessor of the foundation. Oh shit! It was our home. We truly considered Mr. Celine our grandfather when we were little. Do you know what my most vivid memory of him is? When I was 8, I came home from school one day to find the doll that should have been in my room spinning in the middle of the garden, watering the grass around it. It was the only thing I had that reminded me of my mother. I don't remember her face, but I remember her pimples gleaming under the lamp when she sewed the doll for me. Grandpa turned it into a sprinkler without a single word to me, as though the doll was always meant to do that. The children who grew up with me all have similar stories. You were Grandpa's best friend. You know that, to the founding father of the Federation, that there are only new things in Colombia, the longest nation on Terra, rising out of the frontiers. The only reason for old things to stay is to be used for pioneering. It didn't matter if we were Victorian immigrants or Gaulish refugees, whether we were children or debtors or criminals. Grandpa wanted us to become the children of Colombia, become Celines. That was the only reason for our existence. However, that's exactly why I can't accept what's happening right now and take it for granted. What do you mean? I can't begin to imagine what you experienced in the long course of history. The Midlander Foundation, the President, the Vice President, they all have more things to think about. I've seen the analysis on Casimirsian power armor. They reverse engineered the technology of the Gaulish Vogue's Vanguard, achieving results that surpass the transmitter using the flesh and blood of knights. I've read the textbooks of Lefanian basic arts tactics courses. It will not be a surprise if in a decade every citizen of Lefanian is a soldier, as is the case for Laterano. I can understand why Mainlander thinks Colombia is falling behind, and how a timely arms race could bring us back on the right track. Judging by the standards that Grandpa taught me so many times, there is nothing more efficient than the perspective of national development. It's not that I don't understand these fallacies. Indeed, if I was asked to deal with these problems, I would draw a blank and I would be able to do little else but cry. But I just can't take it for granted, not now. If orphans like us, who have had nowhere to go, could all become children of Colombia, then why should a mother who walked 1,000 miles in search of her daughter, a merchant who put everything on the line so his wife would not be hounded by creditors and sisters who were simply trying to earn a living, why should they be sacrificed for the sake of Colombia's progress? Our job is to make people forget, but this time, you decided to pay a price for Colombia's progress. You shouldn't be allowed to forget. You should remember the lies and dreams that were part of the sacrifice. Don't think of it as no big deal. Damn, girl. Okay. Okay, what's happening here? Yes. What the fuck? Nasti gazes at the indistinct figure within the winding branches. The figure of her mother. Væla's limbs have been replaced by grey-white branches, bark climbing up her clothes and skin like scales, printing countless indistinct visages. Oh god, there is faces on her. Oh my fucking, oh nah. That is so creepy. Glowing resin pours down like waterfall obscuring her face. Many desperate hands reach out from within, clutching her throat like clutching at straws. Yeah, the hands right here? Yeah, oh my god. Dude, this is fucking freaky. But both the tree and the person within seems almost unrecognizable. The only thing that Nasti can be sure of, this was not a natural occurrence. You merged with the tree? Falling. I see you rode back, falling, collapsing. I must make sure you can go home. My incantation could not reach the broken path, but the roots of this roosting tree will. So that's the whole reason that Nasti did this. She wanted to make a new roosting tree because the one in the Convalescence is decaying away. She wanted to help Væla. Oh, fuck, it all makes sense now. Okay. That is surprisingly wholesome. Probably the most wholesome thing I've ever seen in this game so far, actually. I wasn't expecting Nasti of all people to be the most wholesome person in all of Arknights, but here we are. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. Wow. Yeah, consider me absolutely impressed. I harmed it. Unravel? As this incantation goes unanswered. The tree's design was based on the grammar of banshees. It remains flawed in many ways, but has never before rejected my incantation. Yet now, branches continue to spread around Væla, dragging her floating silhouette towards Nasti bit by bit. Please, Væla, stop. Let me analyze what's happening to you. Nasti please goes unanswered too. All Væla does is ask questions in an urgent, trembling voice. There's no mist apple pulp outside the valley. How do you polish your feather ones, Nasti? I never taught you incantation, but it looks like you learned it on your own. Kind of imitation. How did you? And your bone pen, your... That's not important, Væla. What I need to know is what happened to you here. Not important? It is suddenly silent, and the creeping branches come to a standstill. An instant later, they start to spread out in the opposite direction, encroaching upon what is left of Væla. Oh, the fusion is progressing. This roosting tree has shared your memories with me. Where you went, what you did. It can share more important things. Lithania? I saw you dig for answers in the great library of the Lich for days and nights. You ruined your eyesight, but the curmudgeon Fremont kicked you out in the end. Fremont, my goat! Yes! The funniest person in all of Arknights. Oh man, I hope we see him soon again. The last time we saw him was in Nim's event. Fucking biggest giga chat in all of Arknights, bro. Oh hell yeah, dude. No, but he was amazing in the Lithanian event. I forget, with the Witch King and all that shit. You know what I mean. Anyway, I should have told him that you were never a foolish child. It was because of me. That's Rano. I saw you bind your horns and attach flower piece feathers to them every day just to sneak into the city after sailor to find food. But it was bad for your horns. That's why the one on the right stopped growing, isn't it? Oh shit! Okay. We got horn law. I saw you sleep on metal scaffolds, where there were no leaves to give you shade. You didn't build a treehouse either. Just used a simple metal plate. How could anyone sleep like that? Did you get sick? Damn. Nasti listens to it go on and on. The voice is distorted, barely recognizable, but the words of concern are familiar. Really used to say these things when they lived in Convalescence. Nasti realizes that he is not looking at a problem that needs to be solved, nor a patient who needs to be treated. She is looking at a worried mother who needs to be understood. As he lowers her bone pen. Fen told me how you looked when she found you. There were burns from arts, holes from bullets, and gashes from sandstorms all over you. You walked the path that I once did, only harder and more painfully. You could have died. You should have stayed in the convalescence. There was nothing more I could do for the valley, for Malene, for the children. You already done so much. The lies you weave for the sake of all the banshees. I knew it. They couldn't fool you. I began to sense that something was off soon after you brought me to the convalescence. I've kept the light going for 200 years. This was my greatest achievement as custodian of the valley and my greatest sin. 200 years, did you mean that war? Yes. The king of Sarkas at the time was old and foolish. It was not just the royal courts. Even outsiders thought they could turn him into a puppet and thus control all Sarkas. It was already a bad year. Catastrophe raked the land once. Then the Alliance's guns raked it again. Oh, we're getting a history lesson. Oh, shit. The green feline appeared in the horizon, leading a wall of steel that stretched as far as the eye could see. Which were the Steam Knights? Which were the Spirecasters? And which were the Vogue's Vanguard? I couldn't tell. So that's Cal said, holy shit, 200 years ago? Okay, alright, fuck. Dude, the Steam Knights so fucking cool. Okay. Yep, Kelsit has been here all the time. Yep. I don't know when they learned to build ships of steel and tubes that breathed fire. All I remember is that the towering Wendigos could only whimper as they were crushed beneath the ships, and our kin fell burning from the sky like broken kites. No one who heard the wailing that day would ever forget it. The wailing of the banshee. We couldn't tell if we were delivering death or delivering the dead. All we could do was wail and howl, hardly able to put together a single coherent elegy. There were less than 1,000 of us left when the Allied forces withdrew from Castel. Half of us had lost our voices. Because of our nature, the Banshees had never missed a single war of the Sarkas, but such losses were unprecedented. I survived by sheer chance and left the blood-soaked land of sorrows, trying to find a place where life still remained. The Convalis? Oh my god, dude. The Convalis. The vast mist lake operates it from the outside. The seasons come to a still in the Golden Woods. It is a quiet place, one that seemed like it didn't belong to the Sarkas. There's nothing that shouldn't belong to the Sarkas. Yes, we believed it at the time. Me, Malene, and the new king chosen by the crown. Teresa! No! No, not Teresa, bro. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, that silhouette anywhere. Fuck! God damn it! My heart, bro. My fucking heart. I can't do it. Teresa. Okay. The time for crying is not now. We got an event to complete. We believed in a new life for the Sarkas. Malene and I took our remaining kin into the Convalis, built a dock by Mist Lake, and built our court in the forests. For the first time we added symbols of life into the song of the Banshee, guided the trees to bear its fruit, and the vines to weave themselves into bridges with incantations. For the first time the Banshee settled in a single place. They no longer had to sleep, but only the night sky as their blanket, traveling from one death to another. But tokens from outside soon came flying in like snowflakes. Tokens announcing death? Yes. Not even Teresa and Teresa's could solve the problems left behind by war overnight. Yes, death lingers, long after the smoke has cleared. Fuck Teresa's! Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. Sorry. Alright, I'm good. I'm okay now. Alright. We made dried food of our first harvest. It was barely enough for a few hundred banshees to make it through the coldest months of winter. But the tokens in my room, the murky blood crystals of the vampires, tattered shrouds of the Narxeras, the shriveled rosen hearts of the judge became. They soon piled higher, much higher than our dried fruit. I knew that if we went out to deliver the dead at that time, we would return to our old path, but the catalyst for change was one with the lives of thousands upon thousands in the war. So you made a choice on behalf of all the banshees. I made the choice. I convinced Malene. I concealed all the tokens announcing death coming from outside. Occasionally a banshee might leave the convalescence to deliver our kin, but I chose the people carefully and sparingly. Malene faced much criticism outside. For a long time we believed that we could cast aside our nature and lead a different life. If the banshees could do it, so could all the Sarkas. Even if the price was that the owners of the tokens would never find their way to the myriad souls. Even the price was that the banshees, having violated their nature, are swallowed by a lifetime of emptiness, destined to endure a long and painful journey of forgetting upon their deathbed. 200 years has passed. 200 years we had endured, until I met you. Aww. That's why I had to leave. How many deaths did you tell the others about each month? More people die in Castle every day. You could fool the others, but you knew that I knew from the beginning. Malene was right. You were too smart, and you grew up in Castle. I could not have fooled you. But I hoped you could live in the convalescence. Not just because your mother was one of the many thousands of souls that I turned a blind eye to. Not just because I owed you a happy childhood for failing to respond to the last wish in time, but also because I hoped that the convalescence, the sanctuary that was built in the hope of seeking a new life for the Sarkas, would at least be able to take in a child from outside after 200 years. I took the child who was most likely to expose my lie in as my daughter. You carefully kept me away from the other banshees. Ultimately, your hopes for the convalescence fell through. I made many mistakes in my life, but there is none that I regret more than your departure. You were always a smart girl. I thought about it many times, that if I had told you the truth about things, you would have understood and played along whatsoever. If that was the case, then perhaps you wouldn't leave. No, I would have left regardless. Oh. I remember the day we parted. You called out to me. I didn't turn around, but I looked down at the water. There was no wind on Mist Lake that day. The boat sailed across the water like a knife cutting through a piece of paper. I saw your face clearly, reflected in the still water. You wept when I said I was leaving, but let out a sigh of relief, so small, so imperceptible that perhaps you didn't even notice it yourself. Deep down you wanted me to leave, didn't you? Oh no. We were co-conspirators in the parting. Haven't you realized it, Væla? It is the convalescence, not me, that is truly your daughter. You discovered it and trusted it to the Sarkas' future to it, and built it with pavilions and boats, fruits and cakes. Your love for it grew as time passes. There were two reasons why you brought me back to the convalescence: to make amends for the price you paid for it, and to verify whether it has grown the way you hoped it would. My departure brought relief, because the one who could expose the fragile lie that ties the convalescence together left. But my departure also brought anguish, because it proved that the valley could not carry the burden you hoped it would, even after 200 years. It was too fragile to accept a child who grew up in Castel, much less become the future abode of all Sarkas. Nasti, don't. Do you know the answer, Væla? You left the convalescence, came here, and merged with this tree, which is like the roosting tree, yet different. Did you do it for me, for yourself, or simply out of obsession? What are you running from, Væla? Are you running from death? From the failure of the convalescence? Or from the fact that you are dying and there is nothing else you can do for the convalescence's failure? Tell me, help me understand and put an end to this error. Huh? Wait, what? Oh my god, I've almost forgot. Dude, I was sucked into that. Roosting grounds, yeah. Dude, I was sucked into that. I almost forgot there was still a boss stage here. God damn. I completely forgot what I was doing. What the fuck, dude? Okay.
これは先祖たちが雨雲を迎える時の動きよ。
Alright, alright, alright. Damn. Nope. Fucking denied, bitch. Yeah.
時間をかけるつもりはない。
何？過去には戻れない。そこに答えはない。
Let's get the homie over here. Gotta need him. Yep. Oh, dude, if I could put him here. Fuck. Or here? Nah. Fuck it. We'll just put him here.
Look at this spectacular sight. Alas, it is now a battlefield.
Alright, and we got a good healer position right here.
アーツユニットチャージ中。
There we go. Fuck you. Okay, sorry. Thought I heard something. Alright.
私の助け夢の中で。
動き回るな。そうすればお互い手間が省けるだろう。
Væla, it is her.
言わなかったかし
There's
ら。
well, if only there was something she could do for Converters for the Banshee for her. When her skill knocks back attack continuously notifies 2 buoyancy. Attack defensive resistance on temporary reduced when skill expires. Okay. Damn. I mean, I don't have anyone else. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that can't be good.
初期化完了しました。
Alright, that's fucking creepy. No thank you, no thank you.
私もそう思ってた。
プロセスエラー。よくあること。害虫が。
Oh shit! Okay, that was scary. That was scary. I didn't like that.
すぐに終わる。
Okay, I hope this is good enough. Okay, Væla. It's time to meet another Banshee over here.
戦術を変えてみようか。私の夢の中で目覚める。
万物の死の執着ではない。
準備はできてる。今がチャンスだ。
Alright, alright, alright. Come on. Let's do this.
分かった。お前の攻撃は想定の通りだ。
すぐに終わる。
No, no, no! Oh my god! Dude, sorry as a beast, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care, bro. Sorry as a fucking beast.
それはノーカウントね。
What? Of course he has a fucking second stage, bro. Fuck. She's almost through all my shit, though. I'm not okay with this. No, oh my god, what the fuck? What? What the fuck did she just do? What is this? Nah, I don't like this at all. I hate this actually. Hello? I can't even... What? I can't fucking stop that. What do you mean? Can I attack her? I can. What the fuck? She's just gonna fly. Oh, wait, what? She's not gonna fly in. Okay, no, we need damage, Go, 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 go. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll go fuck myself. That's, nope, that's cool. Thank you, Væla, thank you. Thank you very much. That's great that you did that. Thank you very much. What am I doing? What is this? Where am I going? Hello? No, I can't fucking... I don't have any heals. I don't fucking get it! What the fuck? No, I need, where is he? Where is he? No. Oh, he's not ready yet. Okay.
全員の行動力を奪う。それでいいだろう。
前に進むぞ。
What? Okay, no. What? Oh, this is fun. Look at this. The fuck do you want me to do then? I mean, yeah. What in the fuck do you want me to do? What in the fuck do you want me to do when I can't fucking deploy anything? What the fuck is this? Go away. Fuck off. What the fuck is this? Okay. Okay. What? Do I really have to go on YouTube and watch a fucking video for this shit? You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, I'm making a new team. Oh yeah, I'm going full arts damage this time. Fuck this bitch, dude. Full arts damage, let's go. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep Milsys though because he's ranged. And it looked like she liked destroying the lower tiles here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Boom. Get that range. Alright. And we can put our lovely Teresa here. Because she makes sure we take less damage from Væla because she's sarcasm. So hell yeah, hell yeah. This thing right here. Boom, hell yeah. Alright. Full fucking heals. Right here. Yep. Yeah. Big damage, big damage. No, not yet. Not yet. Yep. There she is. Alright, bitch. This time we have to kill her as quickly as possible. Alright, good damage, good damage. She's going straight, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's do this. Oh, come on, get over here! You can't even... Oh, you can't. Alright, waste of time. Fuck you. Kill her, kill her, kill her! As quickly as possible. There we go, there we go, there we go. Kill her, kill that bitch, thank you. There we go, fuck you. Okay, let's see guys. Let's see what happens, okay. Okay. Alright. So far so good, so far so good. Come on, get that shit out of my face. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yep. There we go. Fuck you, bitch. Ah. I don't fucking care. This time I'm going full nuclear option. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't fucking care, dude. I don't fucking care. She's going down this time. Yeah. Do that, you fucking bitch. Yeah, there we go. I don't fucking care, dude. I'm going the full nuclear option. I don't care. I don't have the patience for dealing with all that shit. Okay, dude. You can go die now, please. That was not nice to say to Væla, but she was very annoying. Good thing we have unlimited range. Yep. Right there. You love to see it. Yep. Die. Yep. There we go. Okay, so yeah, if you kill her fast enough, she can't do shit. Got it. Okay, just... Alright. Oh! Just barely managed to kill that. Alright, 5 enemies left. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Alright, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the view of my victory. Uh-huh. Yep. So how are you doing, comrades? You doing good? You're looking forward to the June 5th? That's in about a few days. So that means... Oh, shit. Oh. Okay. Anyway, that means we get our lovely Mifu. So I look forward to that shit. So yeah. Okay. All right. All right. We went full nuclear option. I don't have patience for this. Let's go. I just want to get this fucking event over with now. Oh. No sudden moves. You know, I'm sure we can talk about this like reasonable people. Oh. All the rioters are here. Shut them in the lower level jail. We'll hand them over to the courts when we arrive in DC. It's almost time. Double check your parachutes unless you want to end up in a puddle. What? Did someone press the detonate button early? Impossible. We're less than a kilometer from the district. Wait, the government buildings are getting smaller. We're moving away from the capital. Looks like events are moving faster than your plans can catch up, aren't they? You never intended to stop the explosion. You were just stalling for time for the plan to turn. Did you think we had the means to go toe-to-toe with well-trained units? Events moving faster than the plans can catch up. Change your plans. Lower level, evacuate by the planned routes. Upper level, protect the civilians around you and prepare to parachute. Point 0, detonate. Oh yeah, the Rhine Lab music, yeah. What's going on? The broadcast has gone dark. Are the screens outside getting a signal? You're still thinking about the broadcast? Didn't you hear the Emergency Management Council's evacuation warning? A serious accident has occurred in the levitation layer. All floating facilities will fall from the sky in less than 10 minutes. Hurry up and get yourself to the emergency shelters. Fall from the sky? Oakley looks up to see hundreds of floating pods turn into fireballs in the sky, marring the skies with smoke and ash. Without the general touch of sunlight, the cloud-like pods turn into chunks of metal crashing down on the lower level. Look out! Oh! That was a close call, thanks. You're a tester? Which company? I don't remember you. Now's not the time for introductions, Oakley. The streets are exposed. You risk of getting hit by falling debris. You should go to the emergency shelter quickly. Oh, alright. Oh, okay. Falling. Tumbling down. Fern's heart is beating so hard she feels like it might escape her ribcage at any moment. She tries her best to control her breathing. The straps on the sides of her helmet slap her face, inflicting just enough pain to fend off the fear of falling. In an instant, a signal from the detonator travels through the connected conduits, igniting all the floating facilities at the same time. Fern leaves from platform 7 before it loses all power. Yo! The falling pod streaks past Fern like a black meteor. The bright colored paint is burned off the advertisements and melted cables flail in the air, giving off a bitter smell of tar. The whole levitation layer sways meekly in the air like a deflated balloon. Lucky sister bees, one boot, beach umbrella. Fern watches these company logos fall together with her. Now that is a scene that rivals Sunset in the bleached wasteland, she thinks. Pull the parachute, Fern! Oops, almost forgot. The updraft lifts the feline slender frame. The parachutes come together to form a massive climb. Did we do it? The people on the ground don't know what's happening. It must be a shock for them to see their investments and products turn to ash. They're safe at least. The pieces of the levitation layer would have fallen on top of their heads if the plate didn't turn around. Besides, they'll never find out that they were scheming and plotting to stop them from dreaming. Where do we go next? You could certainly go back to Northville to see your wife. Sure, what about after that? After that? Let's talk about it when we get back to standing on terra firma and looking up at the sky. The light of burning fire illuminates the people's faces, but there is little regret in their hearts as they gaze upon Propeller Paradise, now beyond recognition. The remains of Propeller Paradise are scattered across the barren lands between the district and the plate, like gifts that have been returned. Fern closes her eyes in relaxation as she comes down to earth with Paradise. The elderly banshee said her kin were like broken kites as they fell burning from the sky in that wall from 200 years ago. Now though, she is like a kite that has too many strings attached, the branches and roots tugging at her as she floats in midair. A kite nothing could ever ruin as she had wished. The roosting tree. That was the name I gave it. I built huts beneath it and made it the abode of every banshee. But all I felt was fear when Marlene brought me to its roots. It was like a great void that could not be illuminated by the moons, by candles, or by fireflies. It was still and silent, sucking away my memory a little bit at a time. I could smell decay in the darkness, a decay that we could not reverse. Not even the children of sword and stone could. It was a constant reminder of how pathetic the Convalus was. At the end, Lady Teresa and Lord Teresa's... Fuck Teresa's! So, okay, sorry. Found a future for the Sarkas through war and death. No. Teresa wanted nothing to do with war and death. So that's a motherfucking lie right there. She wanted peace for the Sarkas. Meanwhile, Efanel continues to seek a new future for the Banshees. But me and my valley, it is nothing more than a fell sanctuary that quietly awaits death. And there's nothing more that I can do for it. So you went away from the roosting tree, went away from death? Why here though? Everywhere outside the Convalus was the same, grey and chaotic, impossible to navigate. There was only one path that I remembered. Those unfamiliar names that you said. Lefania, Laterano, Columbia. I followed the names, followed your scent, not knowing to what end the path led and what I would do there. I just didn't want the tree to turn me into an empty husk. But you chose to go into another tree. I was filled with sorrow when I saw that you planted another roosting tree here. When I felt the spread of decay, I thought you were going to repeat our mistakes. Even if we couldn't save the Convalus roosting tree, I wanted to do something for this one. Even if all I could do was stay its decay and save you from sorrow for a while. But when I saw it with my own eyes, I realized there was nothing I could do for it, but it could save me. The roosting tree only takes memories, but this one shares. It shares the story of the Convalus and of your journey. It makes me feel that I'm alive. I'm sorry, Nasti. I had fused with the tree before I stopped the path from collapsing. Once again, I deceived you. That's why you're so lucid. That's why the tree rejects my incantations. You rewrote its grammar and changed its operating logic. It keeps you alive, and you keep it running even though neither of you are what you used to be. You're like a program that relies on a bug to keep running. Bug? Program? Like a wilted tree that relies on a parasitic vine to remain standing. It's not so bad, is it? If this can keep it from withering, then I've finally done something useful for you, for the Banshees, for Sarkas. I can bring it back to the Convalus, bring you back. That would be pointless. Huh? Why is the tree not responding to me? That means it's working. The outer casting of the device Nasti is carrying on her belt falls away with a crack. Paper tapes pour out, laying themselves out around her stove, following an invisible blueprint, forming an elaborate and organized framework. The tapes are filled with tiny holes that represent incantations, coming together to build Nasti's unique language and safeguard her unique rules, protecting the anarchic spread of the branches. I said I must understand before I can put an end to this error. Now I do. Nasti raises her pen and writes down a function, an incantation. Reconstruct. No, the memories that the tree shared with me, they're disappearing. Nasti, what are you doing? Like the repeat of the data in the tree, all that is shared with you was only temporary data for experimentation. I know that you don't want to forget, but what you truly want to remember, retain or not, those hodgepodge data put together for experiments. Even if it's so, please don't make the last thing I see be the sight of you destroying your life's work. You walked such a long road and suffered so much for it. To you, the Convalus was your life's work, but I've never had one. I have a goal. This tree is a mean to it. My judgment of it is not based on how much I committed to it, only whether it can achieve my goal. You hope that fusing with it would keep it from withering, but not withering won't make it any more useful. Just like the roosting tree of the Convalus. I don't want to be cruel, but the roosting tree never truly consoled the dying. It is no more than a simple Phoebe tree bent under the weight of incantations. It's native to the genus for Popus, for Phobopsis in the family of Targangilis. Fuck! Cimarupaceae, and its wood is commonly used for buildings in southeast Terra. I had an elf colleague verify its nature after I joined Rhineland. It became the roosting tree of the Cavalis because he saw it as a symbol and mourned its change. It has withered because it has reached the end of its natural lifespan. That is all. Even the colors that ran through its branches is merely the result of exposure to incantations over the years. I don't remember how it used to look anymore. But Nasti, if it's truly so, why does your tree look so much like the roosting tree? Because this reminds me of you. Oh no, she looks sad, bro. Yeah, this is okay. Welcome back to Depression Nights, everybody. I hope you enjoy your time here. Fuck, man. Just as you think of me. Do you know why I planted this tree? No. Oh, we're going back to this. I remember the day we parted. Oh. You were calling to me, but I didn't turn back because some words can no longer be said once you see the other person's face. But I couldn't help but look at your face reflected in the water. Oh. We got animation here? She's blinking. Oh, yes! I wanted to remember how you looked. New tears flew across the lines made by old ones as though it was a fixture on your face. I spent more than a decade with you in the Cavalis. I never saw you without tear marks on your face. Life in the valley was good. I would have chosen the Cavalis over Castle every time, 100 times over, but Væla. Was there a single moment that you weren't in pain over the course of your 200 years in the Cavalis? At first I thought I could wipe away your tears and make you smile with simple methods. You spent a whole day wiping your face with mist apple pulp. It was only later that I learned why you were in pain. The source of your pain was the decision, the lie. The kin who suffered because they defied their nature. The kindred who could not return to the myriad souls because there was no one to deliver them. They were the source of your pain. To solve your problem, I must solve the problems of the Banshees. The problems of the Sarkas. The answer lies outside the Cavalis, outside Castel, in a place that I don't know. As I indulged in such fantasies, I saw you and I sail in the sky. The reflected sky. It was a calm, windless day, but suddenly the water rippled without warning, wiping away the eternal tear marks on your face. You almost looked like you were smiling. And so I began to think about the sky whenever I thought about how to make you smile. Perhaps the sky is where we can find our sanctuary and a boat for our souls. The Sarka's promised land could also be in the sky. All the things you did, this tree in the sky. That's where it all began. Access security camera image. Falling like a broken kite. Looks like Mainlanders successfully carried out their plan. The entire capital will bear witness to the fall of Propeller Paradise. But the tremors came from the underground plate. Did Gordon? Will we fall too? Not sure. I've undone the fusion and reset the tree, restoring it to an operable state. But the tree itself is not yet complete. At least, save yourself, Nasti. 3 years ago, a Fennel added a condition to my hypothesis when he delivered the myriad souls. 3 years ago, a friend split the sky and showed me the path to the future. But I'm still one step away from the answer. What is to come will depend on whether we find it. We're in the sky, but I don't see the answer. Everything has fallen. The sky is empty. Yes, the sky has always been empty. It is we who must fill it. Damn, bro. For you, Væla, I don't think the answer is in the sky. It's in you. Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? I can hear the wars, the hatred, the cries that surround you. Can I deliver or fail to deliver vampires, Naxxers, George, and Banshees. I've wiped all preloaded temporary experiment data from the tree. It's your own frustration, rage, and sorrow that binds you now, like every other Banshee that you sent away the last 200 years, like every sarcast that returned to the myriad souls since the beginning of time. That is why our people are made empty by painful oblivion. That is why the myriad souls are always roaring, always angry, always wailing. But if we leave behind the residues of information in death, and the myriad souls are merely the collective of such residues, why shouldn't it be joy and song that remains? Does our nature prevent it? No. To process residues of information, build a server. If converge on ground isn't enough, raise it into the sky. Not just a sanctuary for the living, the tree will become an abode for the departed as well. This time, however, we decide what we leave behind. Oh shit. Oh shit. Dude, that is beyond fucking cool. What the hell? Perhaps it wasn't the function that the tree was missing, it was a command, a decision, a sincere wish. Tell me the answer, Væla. What is it that you truly want to leave behind? The tree, I will preserve that memory for you. Blamey will never claim what you wanted to leave behind. I don't know. You don't know? At first, I just wanted to save our kin from pain, from anger, from sorrow. Just like Teresa. But I no longer know how that can be achieved. If neither the Convalis nor the roosting tree could accomplish it, is there any meaning in leaving anything behind? Væla. Nasti wanted to do something, say something, but no sound comes from her lips. She is normally not one to deal with hypotheticals, but she could not help but think. She finished the tree and took her people to the sanctuary in the sky sooner. Would her mother have had a comforting memory to cling to? Oh no. Hundreds of pots fall, burning from the sky, like black meteors, like heavy raindrops, like broken kites. Mother and daughter gaze at each other silently as they hoped they would make things a moment of eternity. No. You will never want to stop walking, Nasti. Once you've decided on a path, you'll see it through to the end. Don't stop now. Don't let me take away the meaning of what you've accomplished. My life may have had no meaning, but there must be one meaning to all that you've done. If this tree is the new abode for the souls of the Sarkas, then let me be its first denizen. I gave you a home 20 years ago. Now you've given me one. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, that's gonna make me fucking cry, dude. That was beautiful. Oh, that was fucking beautiful. Okay, I gotta... no. Relax, okay. Don't start crying now. We're not done yet. Oh, fuck. When the children stand around the tree to listen to its voice, I want it to be your laughter that they hear, not your weeping. And I want to remember your smile when I think of you. Nasti, my child. I've had good memories that made me smile. I remember it was... Oh! She cannot finish the sentence. Half a year has passed since she realized that she was beginning to forget and fled her hut under the roosting tree following Nasti's trail all the way to Colombia. A journey far too long for a dying Banshee. It was not the reunion that she had hoped for, but it is the obsession that carried her to this point falls apart. Death has finally caught up to her. Countless scenes fade from Væla's memories and become vivid before Nasti's eyes. The Banshees all lie still in her hands. She hears a lament. The king who painted the same dream with her has passed in a faraway place that she cannot see. Teresa! Oh, fuck. Okay, I need to... No, stop. No. We're not crying. We're not fucking crying. We're not doing it. Nope. I refuse. The fucking music, though. The Banshee stands still beneath the roosting tree. She spent 3 months witnessing her kin fall victim to oblivion. and become an empty husk, the price they paid for her lies, and there was nothing she could do about it. The banshee kneels still on the floor of a dilapidated house. She promised to deliver a gargoyle who helped her in the past, but all that was left was the tip of a petrified tail. The banshee's sorrow and regrets are infinite, following past Nasti like a river without end. After all these memories have faded, there is one last thing that is left, one tiny brief fragment. The banshee is putting a child to bed, a girl whom she brought back to the convalescence. Her eyes are filled with fatigue as she looks at her old friend, but all she would talk about is how lovely the child is. Oh my god. She used to be a child once. She opens her eyes and sees this land for the first time. She does not know whether it is good or bad. But Nasti can see that she is smiling. Time passes through the banshee like the wind across the surface of Mist Lake, leaving nothing behind. Væla fades away into the sky. So she smiled in the end, just like Frost Nova. Oh no. Okay. Okay, stay strong. We have to finish this event. Alright. A leaf gently drifts down. I'll catch you and remember you, Mother. Nasti catches the leaf gently, as her mother once picked the leaf from the tree for her. One does not need a bone to whistle to accompany a smile. After a long silence, she blows a tune with the leaf. Like threads, the notes weave the gentlest incantation that she has ever weaved. Be at peace. Fuck, bro. Woo, shit. Okay. Okay, yes. Give me something happy. Give me something fun. Oh, all right. Oh, that was close. That was close. Okay. All right, we're fine. We're fine. We made it through it. We made it through it. We're fine. We're fine. We're back with the president and the vice president. I'd like to make a bet with you, Miss Wilson. How many sky stocks do you think young pervert, that honest and serious secretary of mine, will go and buy once he delivers the balloons? 0 at the end of the line at the stock exchange was 2 blocks away when I came. The last time I saw this level of excitement in the district was when the Department of Defense decided to send troops to Bolivar. I still have one of those cactus hats in my office. People went into the streets wearing those hats, shouting slogans and turning the veins of the DC green. I haven't seen those hats in a long time. No one wants the taxes to turn into guns, not since Robert McKesson and his feat of saving Bolivar from the Bolivarians became the butt of evening radio jokes. Everybody wears a propeller on their heads now. A blue propeller hat that spins. It's awfully noisy, to tell the truth. Here, there's a new version that automatically plays that rock song every Colombian knows when the propeller spins. I grew up listening to Terra Bless Us and Cityway 66. I once thought that the song of our time would be Goodnight Arc 01. Turns out that it would be Goodnight Kristen Wright. The obsession that Colombians have with the future will never change, but the one they're following seems to have changed while we weren't looking. Kristen never intended to become an idol. The Department of Defense never intended to become a joke. It never occurred to any of us when we raised a glass to the failure of the DoD that it wouldn't be just the DoD who loses credibility. And people listening to late night radio over a pot of mac and cheese? Haha, very American. Don't differentiate between the DoD, Congress, or the cabinet after all. As you said yourself, these days the masses seem more willing to take inspiration from a legend or miracle. Sometimes, however, we need to turn their gazes back to the soul that nurtures miracle. Back to Colombia. That's cool. Finally, we lay our eyes on Propeller Paradise. Not a day has passed that we don't think about it ever since that fateful night 2 years ago. Synchronized aerial turn that we just witnessed is a testament to a skill of our test pilots, even in times of peace. Now Propeller Paradise reveals its miracles to use, this wonderful spectacle of the Colombian dream. Demonstrating that. Declaring that. Yeah. Yeah. Silence. Every media outlet, every channel voices rich and coarse, or sharp and raw, fall silent at the same time. The entrepreneurs and investors on the streets, along with thousands upon thousands of ordinary people, fall silent too. For a few minutes, the only sound in max DC is the sound of their propeller heads. The rustling sound they make, like falling leaves, is the only accompaniment to this spectacular disaster witnessed by millions in the capital. Turn their gazes back to the salt that nurtures miracle. Back to Colombia. A terrorist attack? A premeditated act of terror. Investigators confirmed that the explosion was caused by a batch of arts weapons smuggled in disguised as general parts. The weapons can be traced to numerous Central nations, including Casimir, which has long since abandoned the ways of chivalry, and Lefania, the ancient nation of casters, have used their despicable tricks against us. The voice of progress falls silence today. It is the darkest day in Colombia's 80 years of history. The nation is waiting for me to speak. I should tell them they have destroyed more than just an exhibition. They have destroyed the hopes and dreams that every Colombian entrusted to it. I should tell them this shameless, heinous act was committed by those who envy our splendor, trying to make our people timid and afraid. I should tell them, but they are doomed to fail. Colombia will never be defeated. No conspiracy can stop the lamp and star from shining bright in the west. And then Colombians will eagerly turn their taxes into guns again? Everything that they fervently devoted to Propeller Paradise, all those sky stocks, and the spilling propeller heads will turn into shields and swords. When the smoke clears, the empty sky will be more inflammatory than any speech. Shit. Oh my god, it's almost 2.5 hours. I shouldn't have. Oh my god, if I had more time, I would have done this fucking last stage alone. But I don't have time tomorrow because the event ends tomorrow. I was too busy doing other stuff. Oh my god. Okay, it's gonna be a longest video, but luckily people can still, just come back later if they want. No one says you have to use 2.5 hours on this, so don't worry. The winds on the wilderness of Colombia have never stopped, mercilessly blowing away the smoke and cloud that surrounded Propeller Paradise. The sky feels even emptier than before after all things bright and beautiful have fallen. But it's not entirely empty. The tree? The tree, yes! That's so cool! That's so fucking... Nah. Oh my fucking god, dude. Is the suit playing tricks on my eyes? I see it as well as you do, Mr. Vice President. As to millions of people here in DC. Floating platforms supported by a complicated system of massive hot air balloons and propellers have fallen. Floating lands of many shapes and sizes have fallen. The ropeway system that connected the levitation layer has fallen, along with hundreds of parts. The saucer-shaped tower that linked the ground and the sky has fallen, along with the elevator that it supports. Only one thing rises through the clouds into the bright skies of Colombia. Huh. Message from Mainlander, sir. Propeller Paradise has stopped moving toward the capital. It is now headed for the southeastern border, accelerating. Mainlander believes that they are trying to escape Colombia, which would be an act of treason. Mechanized units on the border are moving to cut off Propeller Paradise's potential routes. More importantly, the unknown object in the sky has already been locked on by our defensive artillery deployed along the district's route. With your speech about to begin, they want to hear how you define it. The Department of Defense may commence opening fire immediately and sticking with the current narrative. Mainlander has raised the possibility of conveying a different message through the survival of this facility. but they've also noted the risk of doing so. The facility was created by Rhinelab after all. Before they do anything, I would like to get a good look at this thing myself. It's so cool! A tree? A tree. Well, it certainly has style, doesn't it? A tree-shaped facility. Do you know what it is? I have no idea. I suppose I'm just here to lighten the mood while you vent about Rhine. Well, it doesn't matter. What it is will soon stop mattering to the people, just like that balloon that couldn't fly. In the DoD's game, it will become an infant slaughtered by knights, an envoy killed by the Witch King. Its fall will drive the rise of the people's wrath. In Mainlander's proposal, it will become the next symbol of the Colombian spirit. Its silhouette spirited on every head that leaves the factories for the next decade. Is that so? All I see is a tree. You see those foul beasts brushing their feathers and honing their beaks? They've accepted that it's a tree that they can boost on. A tree rising from the wounds of Colombia. How should people understand it? They don't have to. Just as you didn't need to understand the mobile mining platform on the wilderness that you skipped classes to watch when you were young. Did you know if it was carrying a group of ambitious pioneers or desperate debtors? Did it return with a full load of riches, or was it simply drifting aimlessly? Huh. All I know is that I really don't want to take a test that day. That I didn't want to take a test that day, and the mining platform happened to be chasing the setting sun. A mining platform chasing the setting sun and a flying tree. They're not so different, are they? What is your position, Mr. Vice President? I'm the Vice President of Colombian Union. With this position comes responsibility. I can't skip classes to watch a mining platform chase the setting sun like I used to. Still, that was indeed what made me feel something about the soil of Colombia for the first time. If this guy is the soil that nurtures the future of Colombia, I'm sure there's enough room in it for a flying tree. There we go. Absolute giga chat. I love the Vice President, bro. He is a cool ass dude. It's beautiful. Yeah, man, hell yeah. Alright. I assume we have a story stage? Yes, we do. Alright, oh my god. Holy shit. Well, okay. If I go into this fucking stage... Okay, I might actually just... Okay. I know I don't usually do this, but this fucking video is going to be too long. Alright, it's 2.5 hours. I'm gonna cut it here and then just leave this fucking stage as it is shown. So, thank you for watching for now, comrades. We'll end the event on the next... in the next video, because this is way too long. But yeah, let me know what you think about the event, man. Holy shit. Lots of twists and turns, lots of fun, lots of depression as always, because it's depression nights, as we all know. But yeah, this was a surprisingly good event, wow. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, especially knowing a lot more about the Banshees. There was a lot of stuff I didn't know, so yeah. It was definitely worth finishing, but yeah. We'll do the last little story stage here in the next video, but yeah, for now. Thank you for watching, comrades. I hope you enjoyed Unrealized Realities. If you did, please leave a like and let me know what you thought about the whole thing down in the comments. And yeah, I will see you in the short next part of the video. Actually, yeah, I might as well just leave your thoughts when we're done with this whole event when I do this. Not in this video if you want, unless you've already made your decision. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Anyway, thank you for watching for now, comrades. I hope you enjoyed. If you like the Arknights and Enfield concept, please do subscribe, comrades. That would be very much appreciated. I will continue to play all of it. So yeah, you know where to find me if you like it. So yeah, that'll be it for this time, comrades. That's Vidania.